All right, so we've made it to Winchester, Virginia, where the American Pro is going to be this year. It took about 14 hours from Australia to get to LA, and then another, I think, 4 or 5 hours to get to Washington. But we made it. Yesterday we just settled in. And what are we up to today?
Today we've decided to film a full day of eating. I popped up a Q&A yesterday, and a lot of people are interested in what I eat and how I prepare before a competition. So
cool. So full day of eating, and then later this afternoon we're going to find a local gym, and Alana's got her first of 2 deload sessions that we'll do here in America before the meet. I think the meet, her session is starting around 3 p.m. local time, which is quite different to what she usually trains in Melbourne. So we're going to try and match that as best as we can. So we'll get through hopefully 3 meals before training, and then we'll go to the gym. I'll bring the camera so we can get some footage of that and take everyone through what we do in the gym. We do have some numbers in mind, but I guess the benefit of me as her coach being here in person is I can see how she's moving and adjust the weights accordingly. And then we'll wrap up the end of the day with any other Q&As that were sent through. Okay, so we'll see you guys soon.
Okay, so we've prepped our first meal. We woke up lighter than expected. So today we've decided to increase our fats and just monitor that over the next couple of days. So we've got 80 grams of cereal, 4 pieces of toast, some bacon, and 6 scrambled eggs and 1 piece of cheese. And there's also another piece of cheese through the scrambled eggs as well. And I've also had 1 litre of water before this meal.
All right, so Alana's just finished her first meal, and to kill some time, we're going to go through some questions that people sent through on Instagram. The first one, what feels different this time around in comparison to your last comp in the US? So for those who aren't aware, Alana's last comp in the US was Ghost Clash in Miami last March.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Cool. So what feels different this time around in comparison to last time?
I think this time around, as the years have gone on, I've become more mature, so I'm able to adapt in any situation. If something goes wrong, just adapt to it. Don't try not to stress out too much. I think mentally I'm in a much better position because we've hired a car. Having you down here as well traveling is very helpful. And I feel way less stressed, like I kind of feel like there's a monkey off my back. And this is probably the calmest I've ever been coming into this meet. So I think the big difference is just being calm and respecting the process, and if not everything's going to go your way, so you kind of just need to adjust and adapt and try not to overthink everything.
Cool. And I think leaning into that as well, like we've talked about it in the past, but just, controlling what you can control and optimizing what you can control, and just
that's exactly what you taught me.
Let the rest be what it is,
Yep.
So like you said, to reduce the jet lag, you got here 2 days earlier or 3 days earlier than the last meet.
Yep.
You got a car this time.
Yep.
Which has made it really easy. Like we had to fly into Washington, which I think was about an hour and a half drive here. So, we could rely on like Ubers or public transport, but just having a car. And yesterday, we went and did like grocery shopping, and now all the meals are prepared, and we're not going to be stressed getting to the meet because we're in control of that.
100%. 100%.
And even with the training side of things, like as a coach, I think in order for us to want to put more kilos on the bar when it comes time for the meet, we need our lifters to demonstrate consistency. Like I've had some lifters in the past where 3 out of 5 squats might be good, and then one might be a little bit high, and one might be a little bit different again. And when people are inconsistent like that, it doesn't inspire me as a coach to take bigger increases from attempts, or to really push what they're capable of lifting, because you're just going to want to play it safe. Whereas this prep, leaning into what we can control, we did more heavy singles, we did more heavy doubles, we did lots of top sets with back offsets, heavier back offsets, much lighter back offsets, and new consistency of execution.
I think it's just a different approach in general, and it's worked, it's paid off.
Yeah, and like coming into this meet, I as a coach know what you know, a last warm-up should look like. I know what, you know, 200 kilos should look like, what 205 should look like. So, you know, even going into our deload session that we're going to do tonight, I'll keep that in mind and obviously adjust accordingly. Next question. What's the hardest part of being an elite athlete? Elite. Elite.
I try not to think about that too much. I just love what I do, so, you know, I've never really thought about that I'm elite. But I think one of the main things is your mindset. I think, you know, your mind is your strongest body part, I think. So if you don't have a strong mind, if you don't believe in yourself, then who the hell else is going to believe in yourself? So you need to keep telling yourself that I'm good, I can do this. You know, it's all good and well for people around you to tell you that, but I think if you don't have a strong mind, it's very, very hard to get to the top. Try not to focus on what this person's doing or that person's doing. Just focus on yourself, and that's the only way to become better, and that's how I've got to this position today. And obviously my wife, having her in my corner, you know, it's very helpful to have a supportive partner telling me that, you know, on my bad days that I'm still progressing, I've just got to calm down a little bit, and just having that bit of reassurance is very helpful. So I can't thank her enough as well.
Yeah.
And yourself too.
My pleasure. And I think as well, leaning into what you said about your wife, I think you do a lot of the thinking, bordering on too much thinking, and I think Izzy's very good at kind of reeling that back in.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, she just cuts me short straight away.
Yeah, and just like a lot of the logistical things, like she helps you get shit done,
yeah,
which just
100%.
makes it so you can just focus. And I mean,
yeah,
another part of that question as well, because you mentioned mindset. Do you find, like, going into heavier sessions or lighter sessions, do you feel like, I mean, A, do you feel like your mentality is different going into different sessions? And B, you know, do you have like a pre-training ritual or routine that you do? I remember for me, going into heavy sessions, I would finish up work at one gym and I would go home and shower. And I know that sounds weird, showering beforehand, but for me, a dark bathroom, shower, a little bit of hype music, not getting amped up, but just thinking about what I have to do, and then the whole way to the gym, that's what I'm thinking about. Do you have like a routine that you go through, like a ritual?
Definitely. I always tend to wake up at least 4 or 5 hours early. I go for a walk in the morning just to try and get my mindset right. This is obviously for the heavier kind of sessions. But I try not to change too much, whether it's a massive session or whether it's a deload. I tend to just do the same thing, you know. Yeah, I maybe change up the music a little bit, but I still tend to, I'm not an aggressive lifter, so I don't need loud music. I'm an excited lifter when I, you know, get a PB and stuff, but I need to be calm going into any type of session. I can't really have too much stress, because then I don't think I can perform at my best. So I think my ritual is pretty simple. It's just get up, go for a walk, get my body moving, have a good meal, make sure my diabetes is well on track so I can perform at my best, and I kind of keep that the same.
Yeah. So when it comes to mindset, like, what are you thinking about when you go for your walk beforehand? Is it like, do you think about the session? Do you think about
100%.
trying to clear your mind, like you're thinking about technique?
I do think about the session driving to the gym, because I drive maybe 40 minutes beforehand, and I kind of just have that running through the back of my head. But I try not to overthink too much, because at the end of the day, if you're too fixated on just getting this number, I need this, I need that, or because this person's done that, the minute you start to get fixated on something, it's very hard to come out of that. So I just respect the bar, whatever weight it is, whether it's 20 kilos or whether it's 250, I just treat it the same.
Yeah. I think as well with like thinking about the session, like you said, you don't think about, like, you're not thinking to yourself, I need this. And I think thinking about needing something comes from a place of not having it. Whereas, I don't mean for this to sound weird or anything, but going into my heavy sessions, like I'd write my program ahead of time and I'd be thinking about the numbers ahead of time, but then coming into the session, it's almost like in my head it's done. Now I just need to execute. Like, I've done all the work in the lead up, and I know when I execute how I should execute, the session's done. Like, I know that the number that's going on the bar for the reps, I'm going to do it.
It's exactly what you've taught me, you know. Saying that you're wanting something and then just saying that you're going to do it, that's how I say it. I'm going to do it. I don't want it. I'm gonna do it. And I don't mean to sound cocky, because I'm not really a cocky kind of person, but you need to believe in yourself, because if you can't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't matter how many well-meaning or good people you have in your corner saying that you can do it or that they believe in you, because at the end of the day, they're not the one lifting the bar. You know, like I've done some pretty heavy benches where like people around me are saying I've got it, and there's sessions where I don't think I've got it, I don't do it. No matter how many times they say I can do it. But you know, like when you're driving to the gym and you're excited that you get to lift something, like it's not a chore, it's not a worry, you're excited that you get to do the thing.
I feel like if you love something, you'll do well at it.
Yeah.
If it's a chore, then I don't think
Wrong
you can
sport.
really, you're in the wrong sport. Yeah. I just love to train, so.
That's it. All right, cool.
Okay, so today for lunch, we have 150 grams of mince, 2.5 cups of rice, just a cup of veg, 6 rice cakes, 3 plain and 3 cheese flavored, 1 banana. I usually add a little bit of peanut butter and jam on the plain rice cakes. And then for the sauce I use is usually a sweet chili sugar-free sauce just over the top. And I also have a piece of cheese through the rice as well. And add a bit of salt, and there you go. So my next meal, pre-training, which is 100 grams of cream of rice, and then I drizzle sugar-free maple syrup for a bit more flavour, and then I give that a stir, and then I put 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and then stir that together, and then that's it. I'll have this, go start my training session, first deload session, and then come home, chill out, and then get ready for my next meal.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, shine, rain, there's nothing that can stop me. I know one thing. Please approach with caution, I do not play. And I promise, don't want no problems. Look at what you started.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
Just getting started.
Getting started. I'm just getting started. Yeah, I'm getting started. I'm just getting started.
Getting started.
Getting started. I'm just getting started.
I'm just getting started. Watch the beat get diminished. Only start when I finish. Always had a vision. I can feel it like Braille. Handle business and I handle bars, but I never took an L. Get it for yourself. Drink it from the well. This that holy water. Come and get a sip. I don't lack drive like a dealership. I don't pretend. I gotta win. I'm on 10. Yeah. We've been working just like surgeons. Hey, honestly, it's no fear in me. Y'all gonna need more security. Can't harm us. Got armor. Look both ways for you cross us. Shine, rain. There's nothing that can stop me. I know one thing. Please approach with caution. I do not play. And I promise, don't want no problems. Look at what you started.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
Just getting started.
Getting started. I'm just getting started. Yeah, I'm getting started. I'm just getting started.
Getting started.
Getting started. I'm just getting started.
I'm just getting started. Hold up. Bring it back. Tell me what's the deal. Only do the real. Put up in the foreign. Yeah, my whoop appeal. Say they run the town till we run them out. Never seen a drought. I don't behave. I am a wave. Please get up out of my way. Pushing the gas. Stay in my lane. They copy the swag. We ain't the way. We ain't the same. Attack of the clones. They doing the most. I can't be a part of this game. I can't do that. Ain't part of my ways. No way. Yeah. Look in the game. That's half and half. We dash fast to the bait. Hard work. No fake. Make moves. Y'all can't wait.
So this is my last meal, just wrapped up training. I've made 200 grams of chicken breast, 500 grams of mash and a little bit of sweet potato. And then that's got 2 pieces of cheese through it. And then a bowl of salad with tomatoes, cucumber, onion, and a bit of feta on top. And I'll have, for the sauce, to same as lunch, no sugar added, ketchup.